Hello there everyone and welcome to room 5. My name's Alison Lanthorn and today I'm going to talk to you about hairstyles. Well, really I'm going to talk to you about hairstyles, hairdos, and haircuts, alright? Throughout my life I've had loads of different hairstyles. When I think probably the first time I got my hair cut, I was probably 14 years old, 15 years old. I remember I was a sophomore in high school. Now, when I think about that, it wasn't the first time I got my hair cut ever. Obviously, I had had my hair cut in the past, but it was the first time I had a drastic cut. I'd always had my hair really long. In fact, a lot of times I had had bangs, what I have here. Most of the time, I'm trying to remember, but I think most of the time, at least until high school, I had bangs. And then I had long hair. And like I said, my sophomore year was when I cut it for the first time, shoulder length. All right, I cut it to here, so I cut it shoulder length. But when I was younger, I always had long hair, which was my hair naturally is wavy. So I had long, naturally wavy hair. And I remember in elementary school and in junior high that I used to style my bangs. It was the 80s. So I used to style my bangs and I used to put kind of like curl them with the curling iron, right? So I would curl them and then I would rat the hair like this in order to give it height. And then with the height, I would spray it and I would have sort of almost like a fountain of bangs on my forehead. And what can I tell you? It was the 80s. It was a crazy time and high bangs were in fashion. And I had to be with the fashion, so I always had my high bangs styled. But like I said, then when I was in I think my sophomore year is when I cut my hair shoulder length. And probably actually when I entered high school or maybe even in my later years of junior high, I started to grow out my bangs and I had, my bangs the same length as the rest of my hair. But again, I always had long hair. So I cut my hair short, shoulder length, sophomore year. Then I grew it out. Again, I let it grow and grow and grow. And then I cut it again short in my, coincidentally, I cut it again short in my sophomore year of the university. So I cut it again short like this, and I had it here that it would kind of flip out. All right, but I never had bangs again. I never actually cut short bangs again. Then I grew it out again longer. And in my final year of the university, in my senior year, I dyed my hair black. Well, not completely black, but really, really dark brown. So I dyed the whole hair really dark brown, and I cut it really short in the back and had it longer here in the front. Now, this style, I loved this style. Really, really cute. But again, like everything, I got tired of it. So I let it grow back out again, and I started to dye it back to my natural color. So that was again, in the last years of the university and when I moved here to Spain to get a master's degree. But then when I was getting married, I wanted to grow it longer. So I was letting it grow and grow and I had my hair long and sometimes I would straighten it with a flat iron. I would straighten it, but most of the time, because I'm a little bit lazy, I would just let it be wavy because like I said, I have naturally wavy hair. So that's how I did it most of the time. But then, once I got married, unfortunately, my hairstylist was moving to New York. So I decided, all right, you're leaving. I've had long hair for ages now. One final hurrah, cut my hair short. And he did. And I loved it. He cut it to about here, all right? It wasn't quite shoulder length, and it wasn't as short as it is now. He cut it to about here. And I really, really liked it. But I didn't have bangs. I had everything the full length, and again, to about here, and it was fantastic. All right, he left, and so now I'm going to another hairstylist. Now, she's good, but she's not my favorite. And what she's done recently, what her idea was to cut it short, kind of like a bob, all right? So to cut it short, and then to cut bangs, which really, I'm not the biggest fan of these bangs. They're too much work for me, all right? I look in the mirror and I think, really? And then again, I like to do yoga, I like to do Pilates, I run, so I sweat and I have these bangs. And if I don't have time to style my hair, then I have to do something because the bangs get all wavy and curly. It's just really not a good look. So having this hairstyle requires me to style it more often. So At the moment, this is what I've got. As you can see, I've basically had every hairstyle imaginable. The only thing I've never done is shave my head completely. I've never shaved my head. Who knows? Maybe someday. That's room 5 for today. Thanks for joining me.